again on this beautiful day, and today we're gonna bring y'all some street skating. It's gonna be pretty freaking sick. Got some tricks that I got planned, so hopefully I can land them. But yeah, so we are currently at a school. We're gonna start off on this curb and just to warm up, and then we're gonna be moving around and getting some more skate clips at different skate spots. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy. What's going on, guys? And today I'm going to be talking to y'all about 5 fear aspects that can affect beginner skateboarders or experienced skateboarders. And me being beginner / intermediate, I thought, who better to help me talk to y'all about this other than my friend, the one who got me into skateboarding, Mr. Luke.
Thank you. We got that. Okay. I'll sit down. It's nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you, sir. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Thank you for joining me today. Okay.
Decompressing.
Okay. So basically,
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So what would you say is one aspect of? Okay, what would you say is one big fear that beginner skateboarders can have coming new to a big environment such as skateboarding?
I would definitely say getting on your board for the first time. That's definitely one of the biggest, nerve-wracking things. Because, with anything new, you're just gonna be afraid of. But I guess the skateboarding is a little more what's the word for it? Daunting because there's so many aspects to it, and you're afraid of falling, you're afraid of this, you're that. But getting on your board is definitely the most scariest because that's your first time. That's your first ever look and feel into skateboarding. That's how when you get on your board, you're just but you just had to go into skateboarding with a positive attitude so you don't get hurt. Skateboarding is 90% mental. It's a lot of mental. Of course, it's physical, but mental is the most important thing.
Yeah, and the second thing I would say is that the fear of being judged when skateboarding or when stepping on your skateboard for the first time, especially for me, like I said, I have talked to you about, is my first time going to a skate park. I was very scared because Luke, you obviously already know because you were there, but you invited me to a skate park, and I showed up and I was like, okay, I'm really excited. I'm around this new environment. I got my skateboard, my first real skateboard, and I was I'm excited to just learn a whole bunch of tricks. I pulled up to the park and saw. Maybe not. It wasn't even a lot.
I think it was really packed that day. I remember
it was. I know that
really packed, and I was
no, you're right. It was. It was a lot of people at the park, and I was holy cow! I am freaking out because there's so many people, and me. I was oh, it was early in the morning too. It was like 9 a.m. It was 9, 10 a.m. So I was like, okay, nobody's gonna be here. I was like, it's early. It's like a Friday. It was like Friday or Saturday morning.
I don't think it was packed. I think it was just like a decent amount of people.
Yeah, there was a lot. There was to me, it was a lot of people. You know, being new. It was so. It seemed like there was a million people at that park, but in reality, there was probably only like 10, 11 other skaters there. But being around that was very scary because I felt like everyone was just looking at me and judging me by literally everything I did. Like if the way I stepped on my board, I was left to be like, oh my god, he's doing that wrong. Oh no, that's not how you do that, or that's not how you push. That's not how you stand when you're. That's not how you roll down the hill or anything like that. So it's very easy to feel judged when you're skating. But the biggest thing is to just not let them get to you because they're not trying to intimidate you. They're not trying to do anything regarding you. They're just doing their own thing and living their own life. So you do the same. And there is supportive skate out there that you can just like reach, like just talk to you. Obviously, if you have headphones in, don't try to talk to them. But like, they have to have a like, hey, I'm struggling with this. Can you help me out? Or something like that.
Bring people you know too. Like if you're like going to a skate park and you have like a friend that's like already been to a skate park, definitely like bring them because like they also have experience with it. If you don't, just like bring someone you know or you like hanging out with or is supportive, and like they'll definitely like give you more confidence or let you have like a little more comfort. Because I mean, it is pretty scary for the first time.
Yeah. And what would you say is like one of the biggest fears in skateboarding?
Definitely street skating, because like street skating is like a whole different ball game. It's like definitely like there's obstacles everywhere. There's different people that don't really care for skateboarding, but there's people that are like, oh, that's cool. But there's also those people that are kind of just like, why are you skateboarding here? Like, or there's cops, there's private property, there's a whole bunch of different obstacles that you can honestly like just go down a rabbit hole and just keep talking about it. But it's definitely one of the most daunting things because like it's like a whole different world. It's like its own place.
Yeah. And
the obstacles are definitely a lot more difficult than being at a park, because a park you're allowed to be there. It's made for skateboarding. But of course, like if you want to like experience street skating, you can go and do that. But like there is like a different amount of obstacles that are really daunting. But I would say that's like the third one.
Yeah. I would say for the fourth is like, I don't know, because like I know it can be difficult for some people to talk to other people or experience like just experience being around other people. If you're not used to that, it can be very overwhelming, and especially if you're like street skating, somewhere you're not supposed to. If you're actually not supposed to skate, you're not supposed to skate there. But like dealing with like cops and dealing with like other people can be very difficult because you're skating at the school, right? And you're skating at school and you see a cop look. Your first instinct is like, what are they here? What do they want me to? They could not even be there for you. They could just be there because they're filing a report, or they're just pulling over for a second to like relax or whatever cops do.
Am I right?
Exactly. Eat a freaking donut. They're just doing their own thing. Obviously they do tell you to leave if they see you and they come up to you like, hey, you need to leave. You're not allowed to skate here, and stuff like that. So just be very respectful to the cops. And even when it comes to people, if they're being disrespectful towards you, you don't owe them any respect, unless it's their business or it's their whatever. If it's their stand or if it's their property or anything like that, obviously respect that. Because it's not yours. You're not supposed to be skating there. But I feel like that can be very overwhelming and scary at first, is dealing with cops and dealing with other people, them being negative towards you. And yeah, I feel like that'd be the fourth. What would you say is the fifth?
I think honestly, like, this probably should have been number one, but I feel like trying your first trick. Trying your first trick is like kind of scary. Usually people start off with ollie, but most people like just want to rush into kickflip. But like, I mean, trying your first trick, it's scary, but also like it gives you more experience for other tricks. And then once you open up that door, it's just, you can keep going and keep going and keep going. But you can't let a trick, like, first of all, you can't let a trick scare you off. And second of all, you can't let a trick like overcome you. Like, say if you get mad at a trick, like just an ollie, even if it's just an ollie, and you keep trying and you kind of get frustrated and you're just like, you know what, I want to quit skating. You can't let one trick make you quit skateboarding. And honestly, it really sucks. And with that, there's getting hurt. Like, you can't be afraid to get hurt because it's a part of skateboarding, honestly. Like, you have to know that getting hurt is probably like one of the biggest things in skateboarding too. Like, you definitely can't be afraid to take a fall and get back up.
Yeah.
You just gotta go in and practice. Practicing is important to you. Like, you don't even have to start off with an ollie. You can just start off with rolling around, and that'll get you comfortable with your board. It'll make you more confident with the trick you're trying, and it'll give you more experience so that you don't fall or hurt yourself.
Exactly.
So I would just say that's the fifth one, definitely. Like, trying your first trick and understanding your board.
And I would just like to add one last final thing to give you a boost of confidence. If you're wanting to learn how to skateboard, there are so many ways to learn at this point. There's
Different
YouTube,
resources.
There's different resources. If you have a friend that has been skateboarding for a while, or there's YouTube, there's Google, there's searching it up. There's so many ways to learn how to skateboard, like today, that you can literally like go on YouTube and learn about like almost every trick. Obviously not in one day, it takes time, but you can learn almost every trick by watching videos. YouTube is probably one of the biggest like helpful tools that you can use when learning how to skateboard. Or like I said, if you have a friend, if you have a friend that has already been skateboarding, then it can help you learn.
I wasn't that good when I was helping either. I was like really, really bad. Like, I was like just like barely could do an ollie. But I was like, yeah, just do this, do that.
Okay. But look at where we've come now and how much better we've gotten by just going out and skating.
Another thing that helps is definitely if you have a friend that actually likes to skateboard too, you can bounce off of each other.
Yeah.
Especially with games of skate. Like, someone taught me this, that like, if you have a person to play a game of skate with all the time, or like you play games of skate, you experience new tricks and it gets you to try a new trick. Like, and that like will make you grow. And bouncing off of someone, like I skate with David a lot.
Yeah.
We bounce off of each other, and I help him commit, and he helps me commit, like to a trick, or like you give him that boost of confidence, basically.
Yeah. So that does it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. So I just want to say, keep skating. Don't give up. The process is all worth it. But yeah. Hopefully you enjoy.
It gets fun.
It gets fun.
It's hard in the beginning.
It gets fun. Let yourself grow within it. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and
hit the bell.
Hit the bell. Well, what do you do before hit the bell?
Hit the thumbs up.
Before you hit that.
Hit the share button.
Okay, make sure to subscribe.
All
right. I'll see y'all later, guys. Peace.